Hey everyone, welcome to this 15-minute mobility session. This is a quick session you can do to just reset the body in the morning, in the afternoon, even in the evening, any time of the day really, where you just want to unwind, open up, and release through the physical body. Let's start off. Open the knees, big toes touch behind you. Keep the hips heavy and grounded as you slowly elongate the body by crawling forwards on your fingertips. Good, feeling that length, and then lightly placing the forehead onto the mat. Take some slow, deep breaths in and out of the nose. And just use the action of the arms, the fingers pressing into the floor, and the grounding of the hips onto the heels to feel your body, your spine, your trunk elongate and lengthen as you breathe. So it's an active child's pose. Okay, look forward, spread your fingers now, and we start to circle through the hips. So hips out to the right and forwards, hips out to the left, and all the way back down onto the heels, that starting position. Few nice deep circular motions like this through the hips. If it's morning time, you might feel a few clicks or clanks or sounds or pops in the hips as they mobilize here with this nice fluid circular motion. And then pause and go the opposite way. So we circle out in the other direction. It can be really nice to get the spine involved in these circular motions as well. And after a few rounds each way, we just sink those hips back onto the heels, spread the fingers, look forwards, and we start to flow through the spine a little bit now. So we slowly slither forwards, keep the body nice and low until we can place the pelvis down, the hips down, roll the shoulders back and curl into a spinal extension. And then we gently wave ourselves back into this child's pose. Again, we look forwards, we slither ourselves up the mat, the pelvis touches the ground, we roll the shoulders back, squeeze shoulder blades together, lift up, elbows can stay bent, or you can straighten and come up a little bit higher. Just be careful of your lower back if you are doing that. Exhale, soften back. Let's do 2 or maybe 3 more of these, just flowing. Inhale, curl up, spinal extension. Exhale, soften it back into that child's pose. Inhale, slide forward, roll the shoulders back, squeeze shoulder blades together, lift. Exhale, wave, soften back. Lucky last one. Inhale and exhale. Nice one. Make your way onto the hands, onto the knees, tuck the toes under behind you, and slowly start to drop your hips down on top of your heels. So what we're doing is a toe squat now. Get all those toes in underneath you. Great to just stretch out through the toes and soles of the feet. While you're here, join the hands, interlace the fingers, stretch forwards, and then all the way up to the sky. And hold it here for 5 breaths. Let the hips sink down to the heels, but allow the arms to pull the body upwards, to pull the trunk upwards. It's okay if your shoulders lift up towards your ears when you're doing this. Okay, and release. Come down, relax the arms, untuck the toes, and interlace the fingers behind you now. Roll the shoulders back. And stretch the interlaced fingers back. Maybe curl up and open through the chest for a breath. Exhale, wave it all the way forwards. And lift the hips, roll to the crown of your head. Try to keep the arms straightened and lifting upwards and maybe slightly forwards. But don't let your shoulders just collapse towards your ears. Try to keep a bit of distance and space between them. And relax, bring it back down. Release the hands. One more time. Let's tuck the toes under. Let's sit down onto the heels again. Join the hands. Change the interlace of the fingers by one finger groove. Inhale, forwards and upwards. Actively using the arms to pull the trunk. Lift the body upwards while lips remain grounded onto the heels. Make sure you breathe. 3, 2, 1. Good. Release those arms. Come down. Untuck the toes. Sit the hips down. Change the interlace of the fingers. And then curl back with a breath in. And then wave forwards with the breath out. Roll onto the crown of the head. Good. Try to straighten the arms. Pull the interlaced fingers upwards, maybe slightly forwards. Good. And then release. Lower yourself all the way down. Inhale. Just wave the arms up. Just notice how the arms and the shoulders are moving after that. Exhale. Come down. Maybe one more time. Inhale. Exhale. Come down. Let's bring the hands all the way forwards to the front of the mat. Spread those fingers wide. Toes tuck under behind you. And press through the floor. As you come into a down dog, you want to point the tailbone up high and use the arms to press through the floor. Keep the legs bent while you establish that length in the spine. And then for a few rounds, just pedal out the legs. Let one leg straighten while the other one stays bent. Awakening and stretching through the back side of the legs now. And look forwards, step up to the front of the mat. Stay up on the fingertips, so try to stay nice and high or use blocks to assist you. And just keep that pedaling of the legs going. Okay, one leg generously bends while the other one straightens. And try to really root down through the mounds and the heel of the leg that's straightening. Pause from here. Left leg is bent, right leg is straight. Left hand comes into the center of the mat. Press through the floor. Inhale. Rotate. Wave the right arm all the way up towards the sky. See if you can follow it with your gaze. Exhale, bring it down, or maybe even thread it underneath towards the other side. Inhale, open all the way back up. Exhale, thread it under and across. Inhale, open up. Exhale, thread it under and across. Lucky last one. Inhale, open up, pause. Turn the right palm, face it backwards, swing it behind your back, and see if you can hook right fingertips onto the inner left thigh. Good. And then gently draw the right shoulder back. Find a little bit of a deeper twist. Pause and breathe here if you want more. Left hand finds your right foot or right ankle and presses to help you stay long while you're twisting here. 3, 2, 1. Release. Right arm up, right hand down. Find the center of the mat. Bend the right leg. Inhale, open left arm. We go the other way. Exhale, flow down, thread under and across. Inhale, open and expand. Exhale, thread under and across. Inhale, open up. Exhale, under and across. This last one. Inhale, open and pause. Turn the palm, face it backwards, hook it around behind you. Fingers to the inner right thigh. If that's not possible, you just hold your clothing, whatever you can reach there, and then draw the left shoulder back. Feel the rotation. Pause here and breathe, or right hand, catch left ankle and push away, just helping you stay long and lengthened while this rotation's taking place. Breathe. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, release that left arm back up and back down. Good. Soften the abdomen to the thighs. Shake out the head, the shoulders, the back a little bit. And then press evenly through both feet. Inhale, wave it all the way up to the sky. Exhale, wave it all the way back down to the ground. Hands find the floor. Step it all the way back into that downward facing dog, just for a breath, stretch out long. And then step the left foot between the hands. We're going to keep moving, keep flowing, okay? Drop into the hips, but keep that back leg super active now. You're going to find a point where there's resistance in the hips here. And then once you've found that, just start to rock forwards and back, keeping that back leg super strong, super active. Good. Rocking it forwards, rocking it back, exploring some of that tightness and resistance. Okay, if those hands don't quite reach the floor, we can always have them on blocks, remember. Lovely. Drop the right knee down with either fingertips or blocks for support. Inhale, curl up and open through the front line of the body. Exhale, gently wave back, half split, fold. Inhale, drive the hips forwards. See if you can curl up through the chest. Exhale, good, wave it back, half split. And just explore this dynamic of stretching out the front of the body here when we're in this lunge position, and stretching out the back of the body here when we're in this half split position. Good. Next round, pause here in this lunging position. Stamp through the left foot. Inhale, wave the arms up, all the way up and all the way down. Inhale, forwards and up. Feel the way the arms create even more of a length in the front of the body and a lift in the front of the body. Exhale, all the way down. Last one, inhale. And exhale, those hands come down. Bend the back leg, okay? Bring that right foot up off the floor and swing your left hand around. See if you can catch for the right foot. Important, keep the hips moving forwards, not moving backwards. They'll like to move back to avoid exploring the resistance, okay, or the tightness, but that's exactly what we want to explore. Breathe, 3, 2, and 1. Release, both hands come down, back knee lift, step to down dog, reset for a breath or two. And we're going to do the other side. Step the right foot between the hands, bend the right leg, sink the hips down, but keep the back leg super strong, super active. And you're going to find that point where, okay, there's some restriction now at this depth, and that's where we're going to start this rocking motion forwards and back while the back leg stays super active for us. So it's both mobilizing and strengthening. All right, let's let that back knee drop to the floor, and either with blocks or fingertips, inhale to curl up and open through the chest. Exhale to wave it back into a half split as you fold over the right leg, just as much as your body allows. Flow and breathe now. Inhale, drive the hips forwards. Exhale, wave back and fold. That's it. Find your own rhythm. You might not go as slow or as fast as me. You might need to adjust to what works for you. That's completely fine. And this last round, as we flow forwards, we're going to pause, keep the hips in that sort of forward momentum, stamp down firmly through the right foot, find that stability. Inhale, arms guide us to lift and expand. Exhale, down to the ground. Inhale again, lift, expand, grow long. Exhale, out and down. Last one, inhale. Exhale. Well done. Those hands find the floor again. Left leg bends, the foot comes up. Right hand reach around behind you. Catch for that foot. Again, avoid the hips moving back like this. That's your body not entering the pose or avoiding the difficulty of the pose. Try to send those hips forwards. Good. Explore where the restriction and the resistance is. Breathe. 3, 2, 1. Both hands down. That back knee lifts. Step to the back, downward facing dog. Good. These last few spinal flows, okay? Down dog. Inhale, wave yourself forwards through the spine and see if you can keep the legs active and curl up through the chest. Really push the floor away from your shoulder girdle, down through the arms, through the hands. Exhale, wave back up, down dog. Inhale, wave it forwards. Find that up dog position, strong and active through the legs, shoulder girdle pushing down to help support you. Exhale last time, wave it back. Inhale, wave it all the way forwards. And then exhale, downward dog. Drop to the knees, lower yourself flat to the ground. Our last pose of the session, bend both legs, reach the hands around, catch for the ankles, okay? Dhanurasana, elbow pose. Push down firmly through the front of your hips, through the pubic bone, roll the shoulders back, and then kick those feet back to start lifting your chest up off the ground. You can stay here if this is already enough or if it's intense. Otherwise, with the next breath, kick the knees and thighs up, okay? And get more of a lift in the chest. Draw the shoulder blades together. You might want to invite the back muscles there. And breathe. 3. Good. Keep the effort. Keep the lifting. 2. 1. Relax and come down. And press it all the way back into a resting child's pose. Okay, just sink the hips towards the heels. Relax the head. Arms, shoulders, back, the chest, the belly, hips, thighs, feet, and just let the breath relax for a few more moments here, maybe breathing deeply in through the nose and out through the mouth. Just resting and relaxing after our sequence. You can stay there for as long as you like, and then when you feel ready, you can come back up. And that's our session for today. Thanks very much, everyone. Hope to see you again for another session.